Live, Abundance Universe, Instagram Live. Hope everybody's having a wonderful Sunday fun day, as we like to call it. Today, I am going to have us joining my good friend, Taoist senior instructor, Miss Gillian Reid. So, I'm about to call her so she can join this. I'm about to add her real quick. Greetings and blessings abundantly to everybody here that has shown Taoist master and instructor, and she has taught me so many different things, and hopefully she can teach all of you listening some things as well. And here she is,
Hey, Mr.
Gillian.
Abundance.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Happy Sunday. How you doing today?
I'm doing good, doing good. Good
Excellent.
Sunday.
I'm happy to hear it. Happy to hear it. So yeah, I was just telling everybody, we got a few folks that already jumped in. Looks like we got Ludovine and Amber on here from Chrysalid Holistic. What's up? Good to see y'all. All of our friends, just want to welcome everybody. Thank you for being part of the Abundance Universe community. I'm very grateful for everybody that we have that follows and supports and is into the information that we share. Really just trying to help improve people's lives with positivity, with good health and wellness, and with abundance vibes. That's what I'm all about. That's what my art is about. I'm an artist and uplifter, and I use the Abundance Universe platform to share valuable information, valuable quotes, valuable health information and knowledge and inspiration with people. And Jillian's here. She's somebody who's inspired me and taught me a lot as well. And I just want to introduce people on the Abundance Universe platform to her. If you do follow, you've probably seen her from our podcast that we did, posting clips of our podcast all the time and sharing some of the things that she has going on, which we can talk more about today. But yeah, thank you all for joining. And Jillian, thank you so much for all that you do and for who you are and for being such an awesome and abundant woman. We appreciate you.
You're very welcome. I'm so grateful to have met you guys
hmm
with your
it's an
universe.
abundance alert.
Yeah.
So, Jillian, what have you been up to today? Did you have a busy day in the world of the Tao and Qigong and Tai Chi and all the amazing things that you study? What was your day like today?
Well, my day today was spending more time in nature because I live by, when I'm here in Italy, I live by the sea, between the sea and the lagoon, and taking in the vibes and of the nature is really important. So I like to get out into nature, and I had a beautiful walk by the sea and through the countryside.
Nice. What does nature do for you? Why do you think it's important for people to spend more time in nature?
Nature really helps me to reset because although I do teach a lot, interact a lot with my students, I also do a lot of planning, a lot of organizing, a lot of scheduling, and that keeps me in front of a computer. Also, it keeps me in my head a lot. So when I'm out in nature, whether it be in my garden or getting out into walking in the woods or by the sea, I'm taking in the energy from nature, which helps to really reset myself. My organs feel good. It energizes me, and I just feel really balanced and settled. Brings me back into my body and out of my head. So it's a fantastic feeling, and it's free.
Right. That's God's art. That's the natural creation, and there's so much in nature. I believe that is there to heal us, is there to add joy to our lives, give us energy when we're feeling tired or drained.
Yeah.
The sun, is one of my favorite things to just spend time in the sun. It gives me so much energy and recharges me whenever I need a little boost. Or I feel like I've been on the computer too long. I feel like we all are on devices more than any time in history just because of the nature of how things work, and we're kind of in a digital age. So we all spend too much time touching technology and touching screens and looking at screens And it's so important to let our eyes look at some nature, look at some greenery, get out into the natural world and like exercise with all the air, the trees, the animals, the plants, the wind, the ocean, all these things that are there to really work with us and that we were actually born to interact with on a regular basis. We got to make sure we're not neglecting the nature and all it can do for our health. I agree. It's so
Yeah,
important. I
I
love nature
understand
too.
that. Yeah, not everyone has the opportunity to get out into nature, but even if we have just a little, even just a little square of sky that we can open our window, put our face into the breeze, and let the sun touch our skin, not through the glass, but without the glass. Just open the window or go out on the balcony and look up into the sky, look far away. Let your eyes relax and just take in the blue of the sky. It's really healing
Hmm.
also.
I agree, 100%. 100%. Okay, so you've been working on a lot of different things. I have been in touch with you about some of the things you have coming up this summer. So you got a really busy summer, a fun summer.
Yeah, fun
And
summer.
I know you have some workshops coming up. You're going to be doing a lot more live sessions, virtual workshops, as well as in-person workshops around the Tao, around Chi Nei Tsang topics, which is abdominal massage and a great
Hmm.
cleansing practice for anybody that doesn't know. And you also have a retreat coming up later this summer, right?
That's
Let's
right.
start there. What's the title of your retreat, and what are some of the things that you're going to be teaching and doing with the women who are coming to your retreat?
So I'm doing an exclusive retreat for a small group of women that I can really follow closely. It's called Vitalita because it's all about bringing back that vitality to women. I We spend a lot of time, as you know, as we just spoke about, um, on appliances, looking into screens and so on. The rhythm of life is so fast. And for women in particular, we've just added that to our daily lives of, especially if we have families or husbands or, family to look after, because we're always nurturers instinctively. So we're always looking after people on some level. And to add to that, we also have taken on in this day and age a lot of other a lot of other chores, a lot of other tasks and jobs that can be very taxing for us. And we don't find the time for ourselves that we really need to nourish also ourselves so that we can give more. So Vitalita is all about nourishing yourself, bringing back that vitality, the activating the sexual energy, the sexual drive, working on the emotions, finding the balance, also in the physical body. And I'll also be doing some giving treatment to each of the women that come of toxin, which is another part of Chi Nei Tsang. We will work on the abdomen, but also particularly on releasing the nervous system through the fascia, the muscles, and the tendons with this healing modality.
That's awesome. It sounds like the women are going to get an opportunity to really do a deep cleanse, an energetic cleanse, a physical cleanse, and really reset their energy and kind of recharge during this retreat. Is that correct?
That is really right. That's what it's all about. And also leaving with something that they can take away and continue the journey for themselves, not just like a week. I'm going to go there, I'm going to feel better, and then I'm going to go home and go back to stage one. But it's all about learning to love and cherish and nourish yourself better and finding the ways. I'll be giving the tools so that they can continue as they leave the space and move on back into their life and take those teachings with them.
That's awesome. And it's taking place in beautiful Venice, Italy, which is just one of the most gorgeous places on earth, which I know the environment is going to contribute a lot to the wellness energy and the reset and recharging that they're going to be able to do as well
That's
out in
right.
Venice.
That's right. Actually, I am. Uh, I'm inviting them to my hometown. This is where I live. And it's not the city center of Venice but it's one of the islands of Venice. So we are surrounded by water, the Northern Lagoon, which is a calming, peaceful area. And on the other side, we have the Adriatic Sea. So we have the beach, and we have it's a very, very green area, and we're so close. We just a boat trip across to other Venetian islands. So we have the best of all worlds. And I'll be taking them around to enjoy the different food in this area, the specialities. We'll be enjoying the culture and enjoying also some of the Venetian islands. So it's a cultural journey, and also we journey inwards and we journey outwards.
That's awesome. That's going to be really nice. I'm excited for all the women that are going to get to join. And I know later in the year you have some retreats that are more like co-ed. I think you do some couples retreats as well. So it's not only women's retreats that you do, but this one coming up in July, Vita Lita, is going to be an all women's retreat, right?
That's right, that's right. I have a selection of retreats and a selection of events. This one is particularly geared for women.
That's awesome. Well, women do so much for all of us. They literally give us life, and they need an opportunity to learn how to heal and reset and recalibrate themselves so that they can do what they do at the highest level. Because women make the world go round. We appreciate y'all.
We do.
Um, okay. And then you told me you have another workshop that's coming up in June, right?
That's
Is it Chi Nei
right.
Tsang?
That's right.
Tell
This
us a
is
little bit about that.
hmm We have Chi Nei Tsang. This is an organ massage, and we work from the collarbone down to the groin, and we're working on the organs there. And it's a detox massage where we help to release any stagnation caused by tension, and the tension can be caused by emotions that haven't been settled properly. It can be caused by physical alignment that isn't probably well set. And it also can be caused by bad eating habits. So there are many reasons why we can have knots and tensions in our body, which in turn will obstruct the natural flow of blood, which nourishes and detoxes the organs in the body, and also can also block our flow of energy to the organs and to supply the body. And so there are many benefits from this Chi Nei Tsang massage that releases knots and tensions, and therefore helps us to balance and detox our emotions and also our physical body.
That's excellent. A lot of people don't know that the emotions actually start in our organs, in our gut. They call the gut the second brain, but it might even be the first brain, because that's where a lot of trauma is stored in the organs, right?
That's right. And also in the other organs that are just in the gut is definitely our second brain, which scientists have done a lot of research on that, and you can also read up on it. But also in the other organs, like all of the organs, like our heart, our lungs, our liver, our spleen, pancreas, um, all of these organs are affected when we are emotional. And we know this because, when we get stressed or we get angry, our stomach will block and it's difficult to digest. And when we are nervous or our intestines don't work properly. So we can see the effect that emotions have on our physical body, on our organs. So we can work on our emotional, the way we balance and manage our emotions, and naturally that will help our organs. But we can also work directly on our organs by massaging the soft tissue, the fascia that creates the organs and surrounds the organs. giving them more space so they can relax and breathe. And that will also help us balance emotionally.
Nice. I bet there's some people listening and some women that'll be at your retreat even that have never massaged their organs and have never even looked at what could be living and just sitting in their organs, hanging out there. It's been there probably most of their life, that can be cleared and removed and create so much more flow and peace and goodness and joy in their lives once it's cleansed and removed through some of the things that you're going to be teaching. So I'm just excited for everybody that is going to come to your retreats, that's going to come to this Chi Nei Tsang workshop, and that gets to learn how to really take care of themselves. Because this stuff that you're teaching is stuff that's going to help people live longer. This is really a lot of the keys. You know, we're learning. We both study with Grandmaster Montauk Chia and study the Tao, and we've learned a lot of this stuff can help you be really healthy and really happy for many, many decades to come. But we're not taught this, especially in the West. You know, I live in Los Angeles and grew up in the USA, and this is something that they never talk about in school. The fact that our emotions are inside of our body. You know, we're taught that it's all in your head and you have to talk to a psychologist and, just think differently, think positive, but sometimes it's deeper than that. And a lot of times we can be feeling a type of way or having triggers, things that trigger us in our lives, and it could be something that's living in our gut or living in our organs or, pieces of our intestines, our esophagus, and living in our heart. And we don't even realize it until we kind of study some of these other modalities, some of this traditional Chinese medicine, and really realize, oh, wow, I can make some different sounds and take some different types of breaths and get a little type of massage here that actually will make me feel better and forget about this trauma that's been living with me for most of my life and get over some of these things that have affected me on a deeper level for so many years. So this information is really key, and I'm glad that you're out here sharing it and spreading the knowledge and really helping people live longer and live better lives. It's really
Yeah.
awesome.
One of the simple ways to look at it is that when we are emotional, there's normally something from the outside coming in. Quite often there's something from the outside, some kind of stimuli, something we see or hear or taste, something that happens that triggers an emotion. Because if we think about a similar situation, you have two people together and they both experience, let's say this has happened for someone, a client of mine told me this, that they had a car accident and they were in the car with someone else. And as the accident was happening and this car was toppling over, there was a smell, there was something that they could smell. And although they came out of that accident unhurt. The whole family was fine. The car tumbled and they all climbed out and they were fine. For years after, every time she smelled that smell, it would trigger fear of something
Mm,
is going to happen. And it also happened when she was in a car or when she was driving, she'd go into fright. But the person she was in the car with did not smell that, but was triggered by something else. So for
mm,
us, inside the body, there is some cells that are activated in our organs that can create that connection. And if we can't work on that connection inside the body that activates with the trigger, we'll continue to have the same emotions, whether they
mm.
be anger or fear or disappointment or whatever it is. We need to be able to work inside the body. And that's what we do with the six healing sounds, for example, which is one of the modalities that we use in Universal Healing Tao System. We make sounds that are make an optimum vibration inside the organs that help them to release. So these are things that I will teach Also, when I'm running the retreat, these are things that I'm going to share, and they're things that people can take away and use for themselves.
This is excellent. And you also have courses on a lot of these topics, like the six healing sounds and different types of massage techniques. You have courses on your website, right?
Yeah, the massage techniques are not on the website. We only do them live. And
Okay.
I invite a specialist, a Chi Nei Tsang teacher. His name is Olivier Barret. He's from France. And he comes every year to run this workshop, and we do that together. And so these are live because they are hands on, and it's very important because touch and the use of transmitting energy as you do the massage is very, very important. On the other hand, there are many practices on my website that are self-paced courses, and you can learn the 16 sounds, the inner smile, which are the foundation practices of the Universal Healing Tao, which help to put you in touch with your body and really accept yourself as you are with love and gratitude. Because when we think about when we go towards someone and we want to make a connection to them, we want to work on something or have some kind of communication, the people will open to us if we smile at them, if we open our heart, and they see the sincerity in our eyes. So smiling with the same, with the whole face and the mouth, you're creating a vibration and a communication of acceptance and openness. So therefore, that person is going to want to talk to you. And it's an exact same thing we do with our body. How can you get inside? How can you communicate? How can you work on your emotional energy and find that balance if your body is closed, if there's no acceptance, if there is a sense of judgment? So the inner smile practice is one of the fundamentals for connecting with ourselves, and therefore we can connect with others through that.
It's so true. And I absolutely love the inner smile practice and just the power of smiling in general, like you mentioned. It does so much to improve the way we feel about ourselves, but also when you show up to the outside world, the best thing that you can have, the highest form of currency that you can carry with you anywhere that's actually free is a smile.
Yes,
It
yeah,
really can open doors for you that money couldn't even open if
yeah,
you have the right energy and the right attitude. So that's so important that you're helping teach people that. And then when you think about what that does to our organs, so many people for years haven't been taught the right kind of programs around how to love themselves and their bodies. There are a lot of hateful, negative programs out there towards the self and towards people that cause them to develop a negative self-image, and
yeah.
there's not enough body positivity and just loving on oneself, which then goes out into the world, and people tend to not know how to love on others and tend to be critical of other people and judgmental. That's
Mhm.
one of the things that I really took from the dark room retreat, the first one that I did with Master Chia, because I was in there just with myself and my thoughts and working on my body and looking inside. I actually could see inside my organs, and it really helped eliminate and remove a lot of judgment, first of
Mhm.
myself, but then judging and criticizing other people or trying to put people into a category, which most of us do as soon as we see
Yes,
somebody or meet somebody, is try to categorize them in our mind. And it places all these judgments and preconceived notions on this person, and before we even know them, before we even give them a chance to show who they are. But just by smiling to ourselves and smiling to our organs and leading with an energy of love and appreciation for ourselves and others, it creates a chain reaction of positive energy. It creates a chain reaction of joy and peace and positivity, and good things come from that. So I'm so glad that you mentioned that and that you teach that to people, because it really is life changing. The inner smile
it
changed
is.
my life. The six healing sounds changed my life as well. And I'm just kind of getting started. with these practices. You know, I still have to remind myself very often to smile to your organs, smile to yourself, touch the organs, touch the body, and just remind yourself that you love yourself. You know,
Yeah,
loving on yourself really is a game changer and one of the biggest hacks to create abundance. So, everybody listening and watching, make sure that you're smiling as much as possible and keeping a lot of positive energy flowing for you and other people because it will change your situation. Even if things in your life aren't going as well as you might want them to, you can smile and that starts creating positive energy and positive chemicals start moving through your brain. It creates dopamine hits for yourself, positive ones, and other things that are positive start to show up in your life. You really become a magnet for positivity when you're smiling, and you get more things coming into your life to make you want to smile.
that is
So
so
I want to
true.
remind everybody of that.
It's like it's pure medicine. It's pure
Hmm.
medicine, really it is.
It is. It is. And how long have you done these Tao practices and kind of how'd you get started in the Tao and then, moving on to becoming now a senior instructor and somebody who's moving around the world teaching people about all these really healthy practices. How'd you get started with this?
So I started with Tai Chi. Tai Chi is a Taoist practice, and I started with Tai Chi. It's coming on to it's probably about 38 years, something like that. And I really enjoyed the fact that by doing it, I felt my connection in my body, like my whole body was connecting and collaborating together in the movement. And because with movement is how I like to relate to the world. Some people like to study more or like to music, whatever, but mine is movement in the body. And so I really enjoyed that connection, which was so pure. And I wanted to go deeper into the understanding of the whys and the hows. And because at a certain stage I started to teach, because teaching when you have something that works for you, that's dear to you, you want to share it, right? It's a bit like, you meet a partner, you have a partner, and you love each other, and you want to multiply. You want to have kids, yeah? You decide to have a family, perhaps, or you decide to have a house together, or to do something together. You're multiplying what you're feeling inside. And for me, I wanted to teach, and so at that time I started to teach. But at a certain stage, which also makes you grow, because the love comes back to you, the knowledge comes back to you, and you continue to grow as the more you give. And then at a certain stage, I just needed more knowledge as to how things were happening, so that I could give more, understand more myself, and give more. And about 20 years ago, I started to get in touch with Master Mantak Chia's work. And slowly, slowly, as my life transformed and my kids got older and my time freed up, I was able to study closer and closer to him. And then I became an instructor there for the same reason, to continue growing and to continue giving, and also to say thank you, for gratitude, for having this knowledge. And because when you grow and when you have knowledge, it has to be passed on. It has to be passed on. So I'm grateful for receiving it, and even more for having the opportunity to pass it on.
That's awesome. Well, I'm so glad that you decided to be a teacher and a sharer and a person that takes this knowledge and gives other people the opportunity to enjoy and experience it as well. Because we need this. This knowledge has changed my life, and listening to the things you teach have been hugely beneficial and helpful for me in my health journey and my wellness journey. And a lot of the things that you teach are things that I also share with our community here of Abundance Universe wellness enthusiasts. And there's countless people that you've helped that you may not even know. We may not even get to meet them, but they get to see and learn from the videos that we post and share. So I'm really grateful. Really excited that we've had the chance to connect. I know you have a lot to do today, so we can wrap it up soon. I just really wanted to introduce our community to you a little bit more and Just do a quick check-in. I'm sure this will not be our last live session, but I know you have a lot coming up. You have a really hot summer coming up with your Chi Nei Tsang workshop, your organ massage workshop next month. And then the following month, you have the Vitalita Women's Retreat in Venice, Italy, which is very exciting. It's going to be amazing. And you have more retreats coming up later this year.
That's
And
very
you're
nice.
also doing a lot of live sessions, right? Is there anything else that you have coming up that you want to talk about or invite people to or remind us
Well,
about?
here in this summer, I'll be doing a Tai Chi and a Taoyin course at the
Nice.
beach because we've got to be outside. So we're going to go in the pine woods just by the beach and do Tai Chi and Taoyin, which is Chinese yoga, which is really good for opening the body and connecting through breath, using breath work, and releasing parts of the body that are more difficult to do when you're standing. So when you're laying down, you can release your spine. You can adjust your hips by adjusting the psoas and really connect your body in a much fuller way that then helps you to do the Tai Chi practice better and many other things in life better. So that's something I'm planning this summer on the beach
That's
in the
Dao
Pinewood
Yin.
Park. Yes, Dao Yin and Tai Chi
Wow.
together. They're going to go hand in hand.
Okay. That's very exciting. Dao Yin and Tai Chi on the beach in
Yep.
Venice, Italy. If
Uh-huh.
you are in or around Italy or you want to be, make sure that you go to GillianReidTao.com. I put her website here as a pinned comment. Go to Gillian's website and sign up for some of these experiences so that you can uplift your life. We only have one life to live. You only have one. And you have to experience everything that you want to experience in this lifetime. You have to go out and do things that will help you to live happier, live healthier, and live longer. And everything that Jillian teaches will do that. So, if you've been thinking about coming to Venice from somewhere around the world, this summer is a great opportunity to come and learn some things that will help you and your family live longer, happier lives. If you're already in Italy, you got to pull up for sure, for sure. Anything else coming up, Jillian, this summer or later this year that you want to talk about?
Later this year, there will be a Toksen workshop. Toksen is another section of Chi Nei Tsang, and that will be in September. And Toksen is the technique I'll be using with the people who come on the women that come for the Vitalita workshop retreat. Sorry. And Toksen is the one I spoke about before that works on releasing the nervous system, so the soft tissue, the fascia, and so on. And that will be a workshop in September. Another amazing teacher that's coming over, um, Natasha Kovac. And so I'm looking forward to inviting her and you guys back here to Venice in this beautiful place um, by the sea between the lagoon, which is really healing in itself. Then after that, in October, I will be in the UK with Master Mantak, who's coming over on his last year of his European tour. His last year, I repeat, of his European tour. He'll be in the UK, in London, the first week, and I'll be there with him, supporting him, as I do every year. So I'll also be teaching there some classes alongside him to support him. And then I will shift with him to Stockholm. And in Stockholm, he'll be doing more workshops. I'll be supporting him again. And I'll also be doing 1 day of full practice with taster classes so people can get to know the Universal Healing Tao system and many of the things that we do that perhaps won't be done during that week with Master Chia, but they'll also get a look into what will be done with Master Chia. And
Nice.
I'll be introducing some of the female alchemy, sexual alchemy work that I will be running workshops in Stockholm further on. But if you follow me in social, then you'll be up to date with everything that I'll be churning out. There's always something coming up that I'm creating.
Yes. Awesome. And people can learn more at GillianReidTao.com. GillianReidTao. GillianReidTao.com. You can learn more about everything that Gillian has coming up. Make sure you are subscribed to her website, to all her channels. Jillian is on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, and Pinterest, and LinkedIn. So make sure you're following her on every channel so you can stay up to date and you can communicate. If you have any questions, you can reach out. And we got a lot coming up here.
Yeah,
I
I have
think she's
one
going to
more
be,
thing. One more
yeah,
thing I was forgetting because there's a lot of thing in the bag, a lot of stuff in
yeah,
the
you got a
bag.
busy year.
Yep. On the 7th, I'll be doing a live with the Chi Nei Tsang teacher, Olivier Barret. And so guys will get to meet him and we'll be introducing more about Chi Nei Tsang, what it's all about, and what the workshop is going to be covering in June. So I hope to
That's
see you
May
there.
7th.
May 7th, we're going to do a live at 6 o'clock. I will put out the information at 6 o'clock Italian time.
Okay.
So I will put the information out, so put it in your diary.
And that'll be on Instagram Live.
That will be Instagram live on my channel, on
Nice.
my page, yeah.
Well, make sure y'all follow Jillian right now so you can get the notification. Because I'm telling you, you want to learn Chi Nei Tsang. You all want to learn this. This is the secret science of longevity, one of them. But this is something that if you learn how to do this, you can literally remove years of trauma from your body. You can create so many new channels and pathways of abundance and joy and happiness to flow into your life by removing the stuff that doesn't need to be there. And Chin Song is the way to do it. And she's a professional, and she's bringing on Olivier, who's another great Chin Song teacher through the Universal Healing Tao. That's May 7th. That's right here on Instagram Live. So make sure that you tune in and tap in with that. And of course, if you can come to her workshop in June, you got to get the ticket and make that happen because
Oh
you
yeah,
need to
they're
do
going
it
to
in
be
person.
on May 7th. There are going to be some special gifts.
Ooh,
So
abundance alert, abundance alert.
you
Okay,
don't want to miss out if you're there. You got to
okay.
come along.
Well, make sure y'all following Jillian. If you follow Abundance Universe, you should be following Jillian. And you got to figure out when she's doing all these amazing lives and workshops so you can tune in and tap in and join. All we're here to do is empower other people and share knowledge and information that can help people live happier, longer lives and smile more. That's literally
Yeah,
the purpose of our whole platform.
yeah.
So,
Passion in life, number one.
hmm
Bring it on.
absolutely. Well, I really appreciate you, Jillian. Is there anything else you want to share or talk about or announce before we get ready to wrap it up and get ready for our next session coming up soon?
I just want to thank you for having me today for this little chat, and I'm grateful for all of the what you're sharing and your abundance, and I'm happy to be part of your network because
Absolutely.
together, one by one is good, but when we come together and work together, um, it multiplies thousandfold.
That's an abundance alert. Well, we are very happy that you have chosen to share your knowledge and be a part of the Abundance Universe community. Very, very grateful for you and all that you do and share. And we'll see you on the next live on May 7th, right here on
That's right.
Instagram Live. This is going to
Yeah.
be awesome. And make sure y'all are following Jillian. And you can go to GillianReidTao.com. I see a hand raised here. Live and love it all. If you have any questions, now's the time. Go ahead and type your questions in the chat. We would love to answer some questions. So,
Yeah, we can do
live and
that.
love it all. If you have a question, go ahead and type it in and let's answer it. This is the perfect time to ask a question. Anybody else, if you have any questions, let us know. Let
Yeah,
us
they
know
can
what
be
you got.
Italian too. That's okay. I can take them.
Yes, Jillian speaks Italian. So, if you have questions in Italian, let them fly. She'll do the Italian questions. And hopefully some of y'all really are seriously thinking about coming to the retreat in Venice, Italy, because it's going to be really special.
Oh,
And if you,
it is really creme de la creme.
yeah, it's
Really
really
is.
best of the best. And Venice is one of the most beautiful places on earth. I absolutely love it. And I'm really excited for the women that are going to get to come to this retreat and any other retreats that you have coming up, because it's such a special environment. And then to be able to learn from you in this environment, they're going to leave absolutely changed. Like their life's never going to be the same.
It's not very often that I have small selected groups like this that I can really work side by side individually with each one. So it's a very special and unique occasion that comes around just, rarely.
Hmm.
So not to
That's
be.
awesome.
Mm,
That's awesome. Well, I don't know if we had a question from Live and Love It All. If you do though, just send a DM to Jillian. You can send a DM to Gillian, follow Gillian Reid Tao, and make sure you signed up on her website for her emails and newsletters, and she'll answer any questions that you have.
very happy to do
Hopefully, we'll
that.
see you at the retreat.
Yeah, and if you want to know about the retreat, you can also sign up on the retreat page and get just say you're interested in getting more information. And I also I do selection calls, so we have a discovery call to talk about it if it matches up with your needs, and so that's also another opportunity to find out more, to book
That's
yourself in
awesome.
a discovery call with me.
Okay, we love that. So yeah, you can book a call to just learn more about the retreat and get signed up at jillianreedtao.com. And we do have one question that came in. Does one need any previous knowledge of the Tao to attend the Vitalita workshop?
None at all. None at all. No previous knowledge. No.
Okay. So
No.
this is great for newbies.
It
Anybody
is
that's new
great.
to the information.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're going
Oh,
to teach everything, right? And you're going to be doing live massage sessions and healing sessions, taking everybody through the workshops and the workouts together
yeah. Yeah. Leading
live.
people enough so that they can feel it in their body, take it into their body, and take it home with them.
That's
So
awesome.
it's from beginners up. Whichever level you're on, you're going to be taking home a big baggage of
Nice.
knowledge.
And you said you're going to be providing good, healthy food for everyone, right?
Oh my goodness, yeah, yeah, yeah. And since some of my special places, I'll be taking them to for the
Nice.
both to see the culture of Venice, but also to taste my special food in my special places.
Okay, we got to get some special food going on. It's one of my
Hmm.
favorite parts.
Yep,
All right. Well, that's good to know that this retreat, the Vitalita retreat coming up in Venice, Italy, is for anybody, any skill level, women who want to come and cleanse, reset, learn how to get in touch with your body, learn how to cleanse negative emotions and get in touch with the positive emotions to create more balance in your body and in your life. This is for you. Make sure you're following Jillian. Make sure you're signed up on the website, jillianretail.com, and you can go there to get more information about the retreat and all of Jillian's courses. She has online courses as well and opportunities to book one-on-one sessions as well
that's
if you want to
right.
work with Jillian one-on-one. So
Hmm.
make sure you're following along. All right, we can get ready to wrap it up on this Sunday fun day. We got a big week ahead of us. May 7th, you have a live coming up to talk about Chi Nei Tsang with Olivier. Hope everybody can tune into that. Make sure you set your reminders. You're following Jillian. You will get a notification about that live session on May 7th. That's coming up this Thursday. So make sure you all are following Jillian and stay tuned. We'll be back with more abundance. Jillian, thank you again so much for your time. Thank you for being a great teacher, a great human, and thank you for being a part of the Abundance Universe community. We love and appreciate you very much.
Thank
And
you
we will
so
see
much.
you on Thursday.
Okay, bless you. Thank you. And
All
thank you
right.
everyone for dropping in.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. And we will be talking to you very soon. And thank you for all of the viewers who joined. We had a lot of people come in and tap in with us this session. We really appreciate y'all for being a part of our community and just wanting to be more abundant and live better lives. Make sure you share everything that we're talking about and share more positive energy, and make sure that you're smiling. Smile to yourself, smile to everybody else. Abundance alert. We'll see y'all soon. Thank you. Peace and blessings abundantly.